Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Inner Swim YouTube yoga channel. So I have a nice short and sweet afternoon or midday, even evening reset practice for you. So just something to kind of open up, stretch out, and release some tension. So we're going to start standing, and all you'll need for your practice is a little bit of space to practice in. So once you've got that, you're going to plant your feet right under your hips. Spread your toes along the ground. Feel your legs waking up as you press the feet down into the ground. And then start to build up from your feet, feeling your hips, your spine lengthening, your shoulders relaxed down your back, your neck long, gazing at the horizon just in front of you. We'll take a few shoulder rolls. So as you inhale, you can lift the shoulders toward your ears, and exhale the shoulders down your back. Let's do two more. Big breath in and roll them back. And one more. Big breath in and exhale, shoulders down the back. Good. Feeling your hands kind of heavy by your side here, maybe closing down your eyes. And just setting the intention that for the next little while, you'll be focused and present. This is time just for you to be in yoga. We'll leave everything else off of the mat for now. Connecting with your body, your breath, the contents of your own mind. If there are any other intentions you'd like to set, feel free. We'll ground this intention in by bringing the hands together and planting them over your heart. And then take a big breath in as you sweep the arms up toward the ceiling. Keeping the arms parallel, you're going to take a little side bend over to one side. Feet are planted, legs are strong, arms are straight. And then reach back up toward the ceiling. Take a big breath in. And exhale, side bending to the other side. Good. We'll do that again. Inhale through the center. Exhale, bending to the side. Inhale through center. Exhale as you side bend. Good. One more time here. Inhale through the center. Exhale as you bend, keeping those arms straight. Inhaling center. Exhale, bending. Good. Inhale through your center. Exhale the arms down. There's a little chest expansion now. We're going to inhale the hands to the height of the chest, palms face down. And as you exhale, you can bring the arms and the hands back behind you. See if you can interlace your fingers. If not, you're just going to reach back as if you could. You're going to stretch the arms back and let the knuckles extend down toward the ground, expanding the chest. And just leaning back into this ever so slightly here with straight legs, maybe looking up at your ceiling. And then we're going to come forward. So bring your chest forward and over your legs, starting to fold just a tiny bit over those extended legs. Let your head go. And then we lift back up through center. Good. Release your arms. You're going to do that again, maybe a little bit deeper this time. You're going to inhale, hands to the height of your chest. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlacing, maybe the opposite finger on top now, opposite thumb. And then extending the arms and reaching the knuckles down toward the ground. We're going to lean back into this. Hold and breathe. And then coming forward, maybe a little bit deeper this time. Let your head go, let your head relax. And the hands might lift up away from your back, engaging those shoulders. And we press into the feet and come up to stand. Good. Release the bind. Relax your arms. This time we're going to bend forward without the bind and just come into a nice forward bend, big stretch for the whole back body. So with your feet planted about hip width apart, you're going to soften your knees and just fold over your legs, bringing your belly toward your thighs, your nose toward your knees. Let your arms be heavy and relaxed. Just gently extending out through the spine, connecting down through your feet. You might like to bend and extend your knees a few times. And then we're just going to walk ourselves out into a nice downward facing dog. And so you're going to plant your palms forward, about shoulder width apart, a little spread in your fingers. Keeping those palms planted, you're going to step your feet back. You're going to step back as far as you can. And you want to feel that your arms are fully lengthened, your spine is fully lengthened, and your legs. So you're long and strong here in breathing. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can play with floating one foot, one leg back behind you, maybe pointing the toes, balancing on your 3 points. And then switch. Plant that foot and lift the other foot back behind you, reaching as you lift. Good. Plant that foot. And if you need to take a little rest, you can bring the knees down. We're going to lift the first leg up again, point the toes, and this time bend the knee and roll that hip on top of the other one, opening up through the side of your body. And then close that hip, extend the leg back behind you, and bring the foot down. Other side, we're going to stretch the leg back, bend the knee and roll that hip open. Try to stay balanced through your 3 points. And then extend that leg back behind you, bring the hips square, and lower that foot down. Nice. We're going to bring the knees to the earth and have a sit back on your heels, resting for a moment. Be slowing the breath down. Resting your head maybe on your hands, maybe right on the ground. Just let everything go for a moment. And while we're here, let's come into a nice and chest expansion. So you're just going to come forward so that your hips are right over your knees. And go ahead and bring your forearms down. And just start to walk the elbows a little more forward until you feel like you can kind of settle your chest closer to the ground. It doesn't have to touch. And so you're resting your weight on your forearms and your shins. The bum is sticking up in the air and you're melting your heart down toward the ground. Maybe your forehead comes down. And just a couple breaths. And then we're going to lift back up. First onto the forearms and then onto your palms, coming into a quick tabletop pose, restacking and feeling the strength through your shoulders. And then have a sit back onto your heels. And we're going to swing the legs around and come into a nice hip opener here. So we're going to bring the feet, soles of the feet together, connecting the heels, tips of the toes for now. And then you can decide how close you want your feet to be. So bringing them in intensifies this stretch, and having them a little further away will give you more room. We want to stretch and open, but not create excess strain or stress on the body. So find a nice balance. And we'll interlace the fingers and wrap them around the toes. And you're just going to gently pull on your feet, pull them in toward you, and let your knees fall toward the ground as much as they want to. And we're going to hold and breathe. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. For one more breath in. And then exhale as you relax everything. Let your feet go, let your hips relax. We're going to do this just one more time. So interlacing the fingers, wrap them around the toes. Gently guide the feet in, guide the knees down, and sit up nice and tall here, breathing. And feeling the opening through the hips and the groins. Releasing tension with 2 more breaths. Focusing on your breath. Good, and relax. Let your feet go. Nice. We're going to bring the knees together again and come into a nice twist. So with your feet planted, have some space between your heels and your seat, but close enough where you feel good connection through your feet. We're going to wrap one arm around your shin bones and sit up tall as you bring the other hand behind you and twist the chest open. We're going to hold here for a few breaths, grounding through the feet and the sit bones. And see if you can look back behind you. And then come back through center and switch. So you'll wrap the other arm around the shins, opposite hand behind you. Nice tall spine, and you're breathing and twisting. See if you can look behind you. And coming back through center. Oh, nice. We're going to cross at the shins. We're going to come back into that tabletop pose on our hands and knees. And then from here, coming forward and bringing your thighs down, your belly, and finally your chest. And right down onto your belly. You can make a pillow with your hands and just rest your head here. Let the whole body relax into the ground. Maybe you want to wiggle your hips side to side as we get ready for some nice spinal extensions. Nice. So from here, we're going to extend our arms alongside the body with the thumbs pressing into the ground, the pinkies pointed toward the ceiling, and then bring the tip of your nose to the ground and your legs together. So when you're ready, you're going to press down gently into your hands and see how high you can lift your chest here, just with the strength in your back. You're going to let your head lift and curl up. And then finally, your hands can float up off of the ground. So you're flying here with your chest forward and the legs grounded. And take another breath in. And breathe out, come down. Rest your head and relax. Let your heels fall apart. So we're going to do this again. When you're ready, rolling your heels in, bringing the tip of your nose to the ground. We're going to lift the chest. Keeping those thumbs grounded for now. Lifting the head and then lifting your hands up off of the ground too. Reach and stretch those arms back. Feel all the muscles in your back waking up. And come down, relax. Sense the total relaxation as you come down between these. We're going to do this one more time, this time maybe adding a little extra movement, which is optional. So the arms are back, tip of the nose is down. When you're ready, take a breath in and lift your chest. All those back muscles waking up. And maybe this time you'll bring your hands forward and plant your palms just under your shoulders with your fingers pointed in. And press into the hands, bending at your mid-back to lift up a little higher. Maybe look up toward the ceiling here. You can keep a bend to the elbows and just breathe here as you open up. And then exhale as you come down, not all the way, just down, and reach those arms back to that first position. And then relax and release. Feel the total relaxation. And from here, we're going to plant the palms by the chest. We're going to lift the chest and curl ourselves up into a cobra. And then back into a child's pose, and we're going to stretch out again. Let your spine round. Oh, well done. So when you're ready, we're going to take a little rest. Either laying on our backs or sitting up in a nice meditation posture. So I'm going to lay down because that's the kind of day I want to have. We're going to stretch our legs out if we're on our backs. Open up our arms by our side. Or if you're seated, just sitting comfortably, maybe with your legs crossed. And just taking a moment here reflecting on the practice. And then you're going to take a big breath in, the biggest breath that you can. You're going to hold that breath in, and then as you let it go, you're going to release all effort from your muscles. So when you're ready, inhaling slow and deep, filling the lungs all the way. Hold the breath in and let it go through the mouth, releasing all effort. Twice more, breathing in slow and deep. Imagine filling your whole body with breath. Hold it in and let it go all the way out, letting everything go. Last time here, breathing and filling up all the way. Hold that breath in, feel the energy swirling, and let it go, letting everything go. And for the next moment or so, you're resting. You are attached to nothing. You are just free to be, free to let go into the earth. Maybe closing your eyes. Relaxing even the tiny muscles in your face, your tongue. Relaxing your teeth. Your lips. All the way through. There's no rush. When you feel complete, just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You rotate your wrists or your ankles, maybe both. Maybe give yourself a long stretch. And then a big hug with your knees in. If you're on your back, giving yourself a nice hug. If you're seated, maybe wrapping your arms around your heart. And if you're on your back, you can just Gently roll to one side and take your time coming up to sit. I hope you're feeling refreshed and aligned after that practice. Well done for taking some time for yourself to connect in and feel good in body and mind. Thank you so much for joining me. If you love practices like these, definitely subscribe to the Inner Swim channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste. Thank you.